Now, listen, you guys, BET and MTV are being accused of trying to erase Nicki Minaj's existence in the music industry. And we're also going to be talking about Chris Brown breaking records, as well as Lauren LaRosa, the girl responsible for giving us the detail about the Winnie Harlow and Bongo 2 situation. Well, she is actually being accused for changing tone when she made another video about the situation. Now, we're also going to be talking about Billboard and how people feel about Drake's placement. And at the same time, Skai Jackson, what is happening with her and the baby daddy? I'm just like, these Disney stars, what are we going to do with them? Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea blog. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So first of all, let us talk about MTV and this EBT situation. It seems like fans are noticing that while both BET and MTV have removed Nicki Minaj's live performances from their YouTube channels, and that's the performance from 2018 and the other one from 2023 respectively. Now, for those of you who do not know, the 2023 one is the one where she performed Last Time I Saw You, and that very year she was also hosting, and it seems like the Barbz are not having it. They feel like, well, this is them trying to erase their existence in the music industry. For what reason, they do not understand. And I do not blame the Barbz for feeling that way, because I mean, they have watched the worst happen to Nicki Minaj. They've watched the industry go to lengths that are unimaginable, lengths that are very shameful, shamelessly. And so, of course, every little thing that relates to Nicki Minaj, they will be paying attention. And of course, given the history with Nicki Minaj, the VMAs and, MTV in general, they are like the one standing award show that have not really fed into the Nicki Minaj H train agenda, and they were getting their accolades for that. And when Nicki hosted for them, it made noise. People were excited for that, until, of course, the following year, after they had said Nicki was going to be hosting, when all of a sudden it started to be Bongo 2 is going to be hosting. And of course, people felt some type of way. People felt like, well, they are now switching sides. It seems like they are now joining all these award shows when it comes to playing with Nicki Minaj. So them erasing Nicki Minaj's video at this moment in time, obviously that is not a good look from the lens of the Barbz. However, you guys, it is also being reported that, well, they frequently do this. Allegedly, they've done the same thing to artists like Gaga, and they do delete and re-upload, and I don't understand why they do that, but yeah, I don't know, you guys. The timing is obviously interesting given what happened the last time, when they were like, oh, she's going to be hosting, and no, she's not going to be hosting. So let me know in the comment section what you think about that. As for the BETs, honestly, I really don't care. They need Nicki Minaj more than Nicki Minaj needs them. So I don't know who they're trying to fix by deleting her performances. Nobody cares, EBTs. Like, you're forgotten. Nobody wants to mess with you. I mean, the woman didn't even acknowledge the word that you gave her this year. So I don't think that she cares about that. But let me know, you guys, in the comment section. Do you think that it's anything more serious than, them just deleting and uploading as per their routine? Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, let us talk about Chris Brown. It seems like Chris Brown is having such an amazing, year, because now it is actually being reported that, well, he is now the highest certified American male R&B artist as far as singles are concerned. Okay, yeah, I did see an update of all his certifications, and when I tell you that it is looking good, like No Guidance featuring Drake is like 11 times platinum, With You is 6 times platinum, Under the Influence is 5 times platinum, Hit is 4 times platinum. Like, listen, he really is out here doing his thing, and I just wanted to say congratulations to, of course, to Chris Brown. And it is also being reported that, well, he has earned his first ever diamond single with No Guidance. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Billboard's greatest pop star of the 21st century. Now, they have revealed the number 4, and sitting at number 4 is none other than Judas Degrassi. Yes, it is Drake. Now, this is being received with mixed feelings, with some people feel like, well, that's rightfully his place, and some people arguing that no, he belongs in the top 3, not not at number 4, because they feel like the remaining people that people are speculating to be in the top 3 have not had the same influence as a pop star like Drake. Now, for those of you who do not know, there are speculations that, well, the 3 remaining artists are Rihanna, Beyonce, and Taylor Swift. So people feel like Drake has had more impact than some of those people who are in the top 3. And in as far as the speculations about the ranking, some people are speculating that, well, it definitely has to be Taylor Swift if we are looking at the numbers. And some people are like, well, in terms of impact, Rihanna has had like quite the life as a pop star, which has been able to extend to business, to fashion, to hair care, to makeup. And they feel like she's had the greatest impact. And you do know also the Beehive feel like, well, it has to be Beyonce because she's been through different I would say decades, and she's still relevant. So let me know in the comment section, you guys, who do you think deserves the title? When it comes to influence, I will say that Rihanna has got influence if they're going to look outside of music. But if they're going to look just strictly music, then maybe that could be, there could be like an argument there, seeing that Rihanna lately is not doing music so much. So if they're gonna go strict with music, Beyonce and Taylor, I do feel that's where the first the greatest pop star will be. But if they're going influence outside of music as well, that would be Rihanna. If they're gonna consider whether your pop influence has been able to take you on other platforms, I do see Rihanna getting that crown. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Skai Jackson. Listen, there is one thing about Disney stars and these people that become stars at a young age. When it comes to the men that they choose to procreate with, I don't know what happens. But it seems like we are watching the same story, different characters, over and over and over again. Because this man that Skai Jackson has a baby with, his Facebook was out here saying some of the nastiest stuff. But I did hear that, well, they are now claiming that it was hacked, which the internet is struggling to believe. Now, some of the tweets that he shared, he said that I'm salty. I got this low behind Disney Channel. Be pregnant. I dislike this etch. That's one of the things that this man shared. And this coming after Skai has officially announced the pregnancy via People magazine. To me, is dad behavior. Oh my God, what is this? And I did see later on he made a post again with some love emojis and posting the same things. And I guess they were now saying that he was hacked. I do hope for a sake that indeed they're hacked, because listen, this is not it. This is not it. And it's sad to see this happen time and time again. It's just so sad. And I do hope, Skai is okay. And I do hope she will be able to rise above this, because it's absolutely sad. Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Lauren LaRosa. Now, you guys do know that this is the girl that came out with the details of the Bongo 2 and Winnie Harlow alleged altercation at the Michael Rubin party. Now, this girl came out, issued some sort of written tease, some written statement about the entire thing. And from that tone, you could tell that, well, she had some sympathy for Winnie, given that the girl actually went out of her way to apologize And so when she decided to do a follow-up video, and clearly she had changed tone, making excuses for Bongo 2, people were like, what's happening? Did you get the call? Because this is not the same tone that you had when you first broke the news, okay? At the end of that video, she started justifying, saying that, oh my God, Bongo 2 is a human being. She's just having a human moment. And I'm like, we must all be aliens. Because it seems like Bongo 2 is the only person who's allowed to have human moments. Every other celebrity, no, they should have controlled themselves. Oh my God, like someone could literally come for a celebrity and the celebrity retaliates. But what we hear in these tweets is, oh my God, that celebrity doesn't have control. Oh my goodness, this and that. But somebody who apologized to you 4 years ago, you meet them at a party and now you want to fight? And we're supposed to be like, oh, that's a human moment. Oh, my God. Oh, this and that. And the way that she tried to justify this by saying, oh, well, it's because she went through this with Tory. This is not what people are holding her accountable for. It's her stepping up to somebody. Now, if Winnie had folded, if they had gotten into an altercation and she had gotten defeated, if Bongo 2 had gotten defeated in that fight, if Winnie had decided to swing back, I know the story would be different now. She would be doing another documentary crying, oh my God, Winnie Harlow came for me after everything that I've gone through. Like, it's disgusting at this point. Like, at what point are you guys ever going to hold this girl accountable for anything? Like, at what point? And why is this girl suddenly changing tone all of a sudden? So she can be human, but Winnie Harlow is not allowed to be human. If she posted something saying, I'm sticking with the Canadian and it's got nothing to do with you, or if you felt like it had something to do with you and the girl apologized and you left her on red, what else do you want from the girl? It's annoying. And this is why people take us less seriously. Like, protect Black women or this and that. Like, because people, it's the same thing with those people who are fake feminists. You get it? Like, people want to be feminists when it's convenient. People want to pull out the Black woman card when it's convenient. And that makes people take us less seriously. When there is real injustice being done, nobody's going to pay attention because they will just think that, well, that's a sympathy card that we pull out. And it's sad to see a lot of people not realizing the bigger picture and the bigger impact it has to the causes that people constantly are fighting for. It's insane. But anyway, let me insert you guys what the girl had to say, especially the end part. And you guys let me know if you do realize that there is a change in sentiments.
Talk with me about it. So, Jason Lee over at Hollywood Unlocked, shout out to Jason Lee, had the internet in a frenzy. Okay, let me break it down for those of you guys who, you're like, what is she talking about? You might not know the backstory. So, Jason Lee dropped this bomb on his podcast.
She got in a fight with Winnie Harlow at Michael Rubin's party. I don't have all the full details yet, and I'm waiting on the video. But I've texted Megan and Winnie, so there you go. Boom.
Now, when he dropped this bomb, there was no details after. Jason was like, all right, I'm gonna give y'all a little sprinkle of this, and then y'all gonna have to tune in for the rest. The cliffhanger was crazy, bro. The cliffhanger was crazier than R.I.P. Monet Tejada.
He can fucking die! Shoot him!
I was left like, that's all, that's it? That's all he gonna say? And I'm like, what happened? Like, what happened? Number one, this party was so many months ago. This party was back in July. He dropped this, I was like, oh. But it dropped. And baby, when it dropped, that hit the floor hard. Okay? That's hard with a T, baby. So I reach out, and what I was told by a person that I had that was there was that there was an altercation of some sort. However, I was told that it wasn't a fight, that it would have gotten to that point, but there were people there in the middle of it who broke it all up. So, bam. Sometime back, Winnie Harlow posted something online. Y'all, I have checked Instagram, I have checked Twitter, I've checked and combed through Google as far as headlines, and I could not find the social media post. But my person tells me that all of this started because there was a social media post that Winnie posted that was in reference to Tory Lanez. Now, if you don't know, Winnie Harlow, model, fly, beautiful girl from Canada. So I was told that her post was really on some like Canada, support Canada type vibe, but it was not meant to be taken as a slight at all, like at all to Meg Thee Stallion. But, Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, the whole shooting trial, Tory's now sitting in jail, found guilty of shooting Meg Thee Stallion. Y'all know that whole thing. So because of that, it was perceived that way. So Winnie actually ended up deleting the post. All of this is alleged by the person that I know that was in the room that is giving me all this background info. Now, when the post stuff was happening, some way, somehow, Meg Thee Stallion and Winnie Harlow exchanged conversation of some sort. Nothing too extensive, but Winnie Harlow ended up apologizing, allegedly, and Meg Thee Stallion, from what I was told, allegedly left sis on red. She was like, heard you, but I don't want to hear you. So after that, they go about their lives. And here's what, got me, because I'm like, they run in a lot of the same circles, y'all. LA, y'all know I lived in LA for, the past 8 years. I recently came back over here to the East Coast. LA and them circles are not that big. So I'm surprised the way that this was, described to me and the way that this allegedly went down. It was given Meg was on site. Like, when I see you, it's up. But it's like, how have you not seen her since all of that stuff? That's so I was like, what? Okay. Anyway, so my person that was there alleges and tells me that, so they're in the party. There's some, exchange of words of some sort. And Megan is like, allegedly, I should beat your ass. So there's a back and forth, and then everybody around them, other names, other celeb names, the other people in the party instantly jump in the middle because they just want to break it up. They want to calm it down. So that's why they didn't actually get to fight. Now, like I told you guys, originally this story was broken by Jason Lee and the Hollywood Unlocked team, and he had said that there was supposed to be a video that was going to come and that he hadn't seen it yet. I also asked about that video, okay, well, is there a video coming? Do you know when it's coming? And they're like, I don't know anything about a video. But we're in the age of camera phones, so anything can happen. But at the same time, when you go to a Michael Rubin all-white party, that group of people, everybody's somebody. So people aren't just rushing to pull out a camera phone and post things online and all of that. So I don't know if a video will ever come. I'm looking out for it. I will say, though, I wouldn't be surprised just because of the digital age that we live in. But man, when this story broke, it was crazy to me to see how people begin to drag Megan behind this. Y'all act like y'all not human, okay? And I feel like no matter what side you sit on, whether you think Meg Thee Stallion was shot, whether you don't think Meg Thee Stallion was shot, something happened. There was an incident of sorts. We watched Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez have to get out of a car surrounded by police with guns pulled. I just remember being at TMZ and, I worked on that story personally and breaking that video of them getting out of that car. And I couldn't believe that I was watching Meg Thee Stallion, one of the biggest artists in the world, back into a brigade of police. Tory Lanez, one of the biggest artists in the world, lay on the ground. I couldn't believe it. So that alone is just something that, it's a lot. Y'all be talking about sis as if she's not human. Sounds to me like baby girl and everybody else at the party was having a great time and she had a human moment. You know what I mean? Drinks involved, drinks not involved. She's human. She had a human moment. The situation was addressed. It was calmed down. People went on about their business. But I was also told, too, that there were other people that got into incidents that night, too. I was told that there were male athletes that got into it that night as well, too. So to me, it sounds like, the drinks was flowing. The drinks was mixed.
Well, there you heard that, you guys. There you heard that. Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj. It seems like she has decided to pour heavily into her Pink Friday nails. She's finally giving the nails the promo that they deserve. So it is actually being announced that TikTok is going to be having its Black Friday and Cyber Monday promotion with holiday live streams, which are going to include Nicki Minaj. And on there, she is going to be promoting a brand, obviously, the Pink Friday nails. And this is what she said in response to that. She said, Barbz, see you there. I will add Barbz to talk, give you discounts, gifts, plus other artists and influencers may drop by. This will be a great month to be a Barb. Next month to next year too. Next 5 years as well. I love you. And yeah, I love to see her promoting a brand like that because I do feel like she did something with those nails and they were not getting enough attention. I do understand that she's been on tour. So yeah, I love to see that. And she also decided to take the time to go on a Twitter space. And Nicki that woman plays around too much, okay? She had this automated voice changer, transforming voice and stuff like that. And basically, she was talking about how when you're outside of the club, you think everybody is in the club is ugly. And so now you want to get into the club. Until you get into the club, that's when you're like, oh my God, it's actually the club that's making us look this way. It's the lighting that is bad, you know? And I do feel like that was a metaphor for something that often happens in as far as the industry is concerned. I mean, outside of the industry, we all have opinions, okay? Let's be honest. We all have opinions about everyone, about everything, until you actually step into the industry and you're like, oh my God. So this is what these people have been going through. So I don't know who that was directed towards, but I will insert that little snippet. I think it's like 2 minutes at the end of this video. So that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. And until my next one, see you.
And for whatever reason, you in a club and you never asked to go to the club. And to make it all worse, you truly believe that everyone in the club is ugly, but you're not. And so, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Pressing hole for more skin tones. How many skin tones for what? Okay, why is this looking like this? What's happening here? Wait, ooh. So, how would y'all feel about it? Let's have some speakers get on so that we can have sound, minds, and voices. Um, because hold on, and the reason why I'm talking like this, y'all, is because I'm trying to get this voice transformer box from off of my screen. How do you do that? I don't know. How do you do that? No. Let's. Megatron, is that you? Is that who I sounded like? Um, so first of all, I have to speak on a comment I just read, okay? Someone took it upon themselves and their, body parts to ask me about what they wanted on the PF2 hiatus. And this person, wait, for like, this is really annoying. How do I get rid of that thing on the box? You know what? I'm about to call back in, y'all. This box is so annoying. What happened and why? Please tell me why. Oh, you know what? Wait, maybe if I, how do I get to how do I get back here?